The views and opinions expressed on Beautiful Disasters are those of the panelists and not those of the Geeks Under the Influence Network, their sponsors, or anyone else involved. Also, there is going to be a lot of adult language used on this podcast, so please keep your little kitties away unless you don't care about them that much.
Welcome back to Beautiful Disasters. This is our holiday release, and I'm just going to apologize from the get.
Is that to the other two people that are going to be on this episode? Okay.
Yes. This is to the entire panel, and maybe our listeners as well. But I acquired a particular movie that was made in 2019. Didn't get a chance to do it last year, was hell-bent on doing it this year, and it was a mistake. So let's just go ahead and let's introduce the panel so we can get into this. I'm the Grutz.
I'm not even saying my name because I don't want to be associated with this movie. No. F.U. Honor.
Unfortunately, on this episode is also Smash.
Thank you for joining us.
I want to say you're welcome, but I'm a little mad at you.
So it's fair. It's fair.
A little upset at you.
Let's quickly say we've watched some pretty bad movies.
That's what we do.
And there's this other category we do for minis called schlock abuse.
Yes.
I will say, hands down, this is one of the worst schlock abuse movies. And it wasn't a schlock abuse.
We're doing a full episode. Holy
we
shit.
Struggled. Usually we can make fun of something and it's like, okay, well, we'll keep the tempo up. This movie, drained our, we drank from the wrong cup in fucking,
we did.
The Holy Grail.
We did.
We just started turning into a skeleton while watching this fucking movie.
Yeah, I definitely lost some weight. A little bit of crying, shitting myself from the sheer, I give up. I gave up on life.
This was definitely one of those movies that, you just part of your life is just lost. The time you will never get back.
There's a shitty movie called Sleepwalkers where they they suck the essence out of them. Yeah. This movie was like that.
Life Force.
But I would also rather watch Sleepwalkers than this fucking movie ever again. All right.
You mean a succubus?
Yeah.
Tree fitty.
350.
So the movie we are talking about today is Hanukkah, a.k.a. the Hanukkah Killer.
Yeah.
Yeah, from 2019. And it has all the hallmarks of what would be an amazing B movie. It has some really interesting names from the horror community.
If you went to any con,
a
lot of the people
exactly.
that would be
they're littered there.
It also features the last on-screen performances, sadly, of both Sid Haig and Dick Miller, which I'm sorry for their legacy that this is their last.
You know what though?
Yeah,
Dick Miller released. It's at the very end of the movie, and it's like a 2-minute scene.
The only acting we saw?
Yeah, no, he actually did.
Yeah. Sid Haig, though, God damn it, is shirtless in this movie.
He was like a walking skeleton.
And
it was terrifying.
So
I don't know if the director liked Sid Haig or hated him. I was like, you're fucking take your shirt off for this movie.
And speaking of him, this movie starts off with him, I guess after he's killed a bunch of people and he's schizophrenic, and he goes to sacrifice his son. But his son is 7 or 8 years old. Now, Sid Haig in this...
Was that his son?
That was his son.
Sid Haig looks 90.
Yeah.
Right?
Hey, man. Sid Haig was still fucking in his 80s, all right? Right? No?
Was that?
No?
Yeah, that was his son. He was about to sacrifice his only son.
Yeah. I'm glad y'all were paying attention.
And he was but the point was he was an 8-year-old kid, so that means Sid Haig's character would have had to impregnate the mom at 85 or however old he was.
Dude, it's Rise of Skywalker theory, all right?
He cloned himself.
No, the Emperor was fucking so much.
He just spread his seed around the galaxy.
Yeah, Sid Haig, the Emperor, like you can look crusty, still get some action, right?
I suppose that's true.
Yeah.
And I mean, for all the topless scenes that were in this movie, his was by far the most disturbing.
Yeah. You know what? I didn't need like it's like what 5 minutes on the screen with him walking around shirtless, and you're just like, you feel bad. You're like,
hey,
why?
Let's just say like Frank Langella made a fucking sexy ass Skeletor in comparison. Okay.
You know, at times watching him walking around shirtless like that, I felt like I was watching a really bad version of like a Metallica video, like early 90s Metallica.
You're saying he was Unforgiven. All right. Yeah. We know where you're
this
going.
This movie's Unforgiven.
Oh, yeah.
2, yes.
So outside of Dick Miller and Sid Haig, we have PJ Souls is in the movie.
Yes.
Totally.
Has a small part.
And she's reminded us it's been a long time since Halloween and Carrie.
Fleischer, who, like, I didn't recognize the name, and you did immediately, right?
Yeah. Fucking voice of Roger Rabbit. He was in a bunch of, like, different
I don't know why he's in
properties.
this movie, but he's in this movie.
Yeah, and he literally the scene, he just walks in, and he's just like, I'm here.
I wonder if, like, the director and some of these actors were all neighbors. You know, it's just like, hey, you go on the lawn, we're going to be filming a movie.
We figured this out because everybody is, again, if you go to enough horror cons, most of the people in this movie, I'm pretty sure, have been all together at some of these horror cons. And I feel like the director came in, had I don't know, $2,000, was like, can you just show up?
He went through every line to get an autograph.
Yeah.
And by the time he got up there, he's like, listen, I'm filming a movie, $50 free lunch.
And they're like, I don't know if I really feel like acting in another movie. He said, you don't have to act.
You don't have to do anything.
You just read the lines. There is no emotion. You just say the words, and that's the movie.
And you get a little paycheck.
Because
do you mind being nude on screen as well? Sid Haig says no.
So what I'm going to just present real quick is the dialogue for this entire movie. Pretty much every actor. I'll be talking to Grutz about just, the weather outside right now. Hey, it's raining outside. I don't like that. That sucks.
It's bad weather.
Yeah.
Or I can do it in a Russian accent. It's a bad weather.
Oh, yes.
What?
That we also have bad Russian accents.
What? Ever, man.
Yes. I'm talking to you with emotion right now. The whole, it sucks
so bad.
Oh my God.
Your life out because you're just like, you hate all the characters. Nobody's acting in this movie. It's such a fucking piece of shit.
Listen, the first motion picture, the first moving picture, better quality.
Yeah.
The original moving picture, better quality.
Oh,
speaking of, this has been a silent movie? Fuck.
Speaking of quality. Okay, so when I saw the trailer for this a couple years ago, when it was due to come out, it was a shot in HD, looked like a good trailer. I was like, all right, so there's going to be like a, Hanukkah-based serial killer movie or some shit coming out, or with these guys in it. All right, cool. I'm in. So when I went to procure this movie, the DVD was sold out on the website, very limited sales, and so I ended up getting the limited edition VHS.
The cat's upset.
Which is legitimately the worst fucking transfer ever. The entire movie was like lit like a David Fincher, like 7.
This looks like it was shot like if a track phone had a camera. Like,
I think they used camcorders that you put the VHS in. What Grutz got was the actual VHS that they were filming the movie in.
The trailer was done in HD.
They had those on the side of the other cameras that were good.
They were about to throw them away, and they went, well, we sold out the DVDs. We were going to throw these out. I guess we could sell them to some sucker.
My dad used to film my soccer games on this.
Yeah.
In the late 80s.
Yeah, if you get to the mid part of the credits, there's a little bit of footage of soccer, and then it goes back to the credits.
The damn thing's so big, you need like a harness to carry it around.
What was it, like 10 years ago? Freaking Soderbergh shot a movie on iPhones entirely.
Better.
That looked incredible compared.
Yeah.
Yeah, this particular VHS transfer was so bad, you could not see half the movie. There was like a weird sound reverb thing going through the whole thing.
And they recorded people's dialogue. I feel like with the microphone in the other room of where they were talking, because besides the no acting, you could barely hear what they were saying.
Yeah, no, I had to turn the volume way up just to get
hey,
anything.
Could someone call a cab?
Oh, they
You know,
really,
I will tell you, this you could have made into a drinking game.
Yeah.
For the lines that were continuously repeated.
it's true.
Well, apparently, you have to drive 2 hours to a party, and then you're stuck at this dude's house for multiple days. Even though there are vehicles around,
Right.
but you can't figure out how to leave. You're not trapped. You're just not motivated
Well, you know,
enough to leave. And the poor dude whose house it is, he's like, "Are y'all staying another night?
Are you fucking
the
still
party,
here?"
The party was 2 days ago, assholes." But they're just like, "Well, what am I supposed to do?
that's-
It's a 2-hour drive, and I
That's
don't
the
feel like driving."
clever mechanism that they tried was like, we're going to go drive 2 hours to a party to some guy's house who's at least 13, 14, and his parents are out of town. And these people were obviously like adults living on their own.
Yeah.
I'm gonna compare this movie because we'll get into plots. I don't know if
I
it's
thought
possible.
we already covered that.
But this movie reminds me of this movie called Smoking Aces, in which
Yes.
you watch Smoking Aces because it's just like, look at all this fucking crazy, people killing people and shit like that. And there's this weird subplot where there's this reveal at the end of the movie that you don't fucking care about at all. And this movie has like a breakdown reveal at the end that I'm like, I don't fucking care at all. They're like,
Yep.
did you know that he was the killer? I'm like, no, I don't know. Everything is in black, so you can't see shit. And I didn't fucking care who
Right.
killed who. I just wanted the credits to show up.
Well, also the guy who played Roger Rabbit or voiced Roger Rabbit, he came in. So
Do this party 2 days later.
2 days later, and he comes randomly too, like just randomly.
Captain Exposition.
He knew they were at that party somehow.
Well, no, he got dragged there by the Russian girl.
Oh, that's right.
'Cause
That's
she
right.
was- I don't know where she was.
She was at a gas
But she ran to
station.
this random rabbi.
It's
She said,
so
"You
thin.
should come with me to this house that had a party 2 days ago
Yeah.
that my friends are still at."
Because I saw a shadow in the alleyway.
And my
That's right.
cousin's gone. Like, I don't
So, but
even-
his character, big spoiler alert, his character is there, and he says things, and then he says some more things, and then he just disappears.
Let's get into actually, because we're sounding like crazy people right now.
Okay.
Because
All right.
we're just throwing out
Are
shit.
we?
Yes.
Are we sounding like crazy people, or are
Right.
we crazy?
Yes, Kyle, we are, because that's how we talk in this world, right?
yes.
Let's
Yes,
give
we
a little beats.
Okay.
So we started up
All right.
with Sid Haig.
All right. So I'm going to run through this really quick because
Do you have a choice?
ain't trying to take too much time. All right. So we open up with super Skeletor looking Sid Haig, and he takes his shirt off. He's got a woman in a bathtub filled with motor oil, maybe. I don't know.
Because it wasn't
She's
blood.
naked. She's naked. And there's this little kid, a couple years old, 7 something. You know, he's got like a t-shirt on and no
No
pants.
pants.
And he's going to sacrifice this kid because and there's some little bit of exposition with there's like a radio that was saying something
Yeah.
about like the Hanukkah killer has been striking and this is the last day of Hanukkah, so stay inside your house.
But the cops are hot on his tail. As in,
That's right.
literally, they don't kick down the door. They quietly let themselves
Right.
in, which I've never seen before, by the way. They come in like, hello, is anybody here? And,
Hi, we're
and
police.
It's a whole force of them. But they don't kick down the door. Like, they're like, hey, is it cool if we come in? We
Yeah.
think you might be the Hanukkah killer.
Yeah. Police, we have guns.
Yeah. And right then and there, this epic action scene where Sid Haig has the knife and he's about to stab it in the little boy, and the cop go, don't do that, please, and then they shoot him.
They shoot him.
Yeah.
So
Did they? Do you not see that?
Well, you
hear
see
it.
him shoot the gun, and then
Yeah.
you see Sid Haig on the ground, and you can, I
Yes.
guess, you put two and two together.
Well,
and
yeah.
I guess he shot
Every
him.
kill being a dick tease.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we'll get into that later, for real. So then, suddenly, 36 years later.
Da-da-da.
Da-da-da.
It's a long time too.
And then we have a very brief scene, which
Just-
makes... It doesn't have anything to do with the movie, of like a couple out in the forest or in their car
Yeah, I
or
guess they're in
something.
the car, and he's
it's
like...
too dark to tell.
They were teenagers?
No,
Or they were like 45? I can't tell.
There's...
No idea.
Yeah, and teenagers, young adults.
But they were
something.
getting it on.
Yeah.
Can I say the line? Can I say the line
Get it.
whenever? Okay. Best line in the movie is they're getting it on. You think they're getting it on. I'm not really sure. Her arms were dangling, but she was inside the car. Anyways, all you can hear her yell is, "Put your pee in me." Because,
Yeah.
when I get hot and heavy, I know my
And
girl,
it
I want my
wasn't
girl to
like,
tell me to put my
I'm
pee in her.
being silly. She looks at him and like, put your
pee
in me.
in
Like,
me.
Yeah, no.
What?
Well, I
And
mean,
if I was that, I'd be like, did you just tell me to put my pee in you?
he opened up.
I'm not fucking you now. That's
he
weird.
opened the dirty talk up with American Werewolf in your hiney.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Could have said, "I'll go putt your butt." Something that rhymed, but no.
this is scary because I feel like you have thought about this.
No. It made more sense to rhyme.
But
It-
they get killed.
They get murdered.
And then there's
Straight
a dreidel that's at the murder scene.
Yes,
and that
I guess.
lets you know.
Did he spin it in the grass? I feel like that'd be a little difficult.
No, I think they saw it, and then right as they saw the dreidel, that's when they get killed, which represents somebody Jewish killed them.
That's right.
Da da da.
Yeah, the faith is strong.
That's right. And then we get the dumbest introduction scene to most of our main characters, which is a bunch of dude bros that live in an apartment together. And one of them is waiting until marriage, and he is going to go meet his girlfriend and her mother for dinner. And they're like, but we got this party. You're going to dip out on the party?
It's only a 2-hour drive.
Go do
Go
this.
see, yeah.
Go do this thing with like your girlfriend, and her mom.
Yeah.
What the
fucking
fuck,
loser.
man? You suck. And the whole scene was ridiculous.
And we're supposed to set up that he's like, no, I'm a good, wholesome guy. I meet the mom. Y'all have fun at your fucking party, but I'm doing the right thing. And they're like,
Right. Well, they're
Correct.
setting up the base. As this is going to be the virgin that didn't have sex, the one that lives sort of situation.
and I thought he was going to be the main character. Spoiler alert, not.
no.
Like he only shows up like
Not sure who the main.
2/3 the way through
I
the
guess
movie,
it would
maybe?
be counting Judah would be the one, which
I would imagine
which
so.
if
Who was the
you know
roommate?
if you're familiar with Judah Freelander from 30 Rock, but you were to put the hair of the lead singer of Counting Crows from back in the day on him, that's what this dude looks like. All right,
Oh my
and he's kind of our main character. I think he's supposed to
I
attempt to be the
guess.
comedy relief. Maybe.
Oh,
I guess that's why they're like, yeah, well, you sell it, kind of. I think
Yeah.
he was supposed to be ironic. He was the ironic Jewish guy in the group. Just to me, looked
There's-
like a rundown version of the character from How I Met Your Mother.
There's
Ted.
also going to be some confusion as we're going through, as the editing was atrocious, where night turns to day without any
All the time.
explanation.
But they always wake up on the couch in some other guy's house.
Yeah.
It's like my car is right outside.
well, the very next scene after this dumbass apartment scene was a neo-Nazi walking down the street,
Yeah.
like straight up, like rocking SS, like
And
emblems,
trying to walk as menacing as possible, where you have your arms
arms out, like dirt,
yeah,
dirt,
like
dirt.
oh, I'm gonna destroy something, and he is not hiding that he's got a swastika tattooed on his top of he's head shaved, top of his head, every possible part of him is just covered in Nazi stuff. So there's no doubt this
Correct.
dude's a skinhead.
And this was the only like kind of like homage reference I caught from the movie was that the way it was shot was maybe the best cinematography of the entire movie. was like as he's walking down, you see shrubbery, and it's like Halloween. And you're walking by.
I've never told like I didn't see that.
And then you see the scene shot from the back where you see just to the right of the screen, like part of the silhouette of the killer.
Yeah.
Watching him walk away, and I was like, all right. But that was as good as this movie ever got.
I was going to say, like, wow, you found a positive thing.
They're like, we got PJ Souls, check. We found some shrubbery to have our killer lean out, check. Okay, this is pretty much like the Hanukkah Halloween, right?
Right. So it's the Michael Myers of Hanukkah.
Exactly. So the very next scene is very darkly lit in a
like
basement
most of this
somewhere
movie.
where the skinhead is getting scalped and the swastika tattoos cut off his head, thrown on the floor, and then he cuts out the actual like a circle in his skull and takes the skull piece off and uses it as a menorah.
Yeah.
Or
a skolmika. It was a skolmika.
Yeah, it was called, yeah.
Yeah.
Yarmulke.
Yeah, it was a skolmika.
But what's great is well, he's not going to do any talking, and there's no score. What do we do to fill in sound during the scene? How about new chick chained up in the tub that is just screaming and commenting on everything he's doing? Oh my God, are you cutting his head? Oh, why are you doing that?
Yeah.
Oh my God, let me out of here. Oh my, and like,
I just want to go home.
and he's just like working out. He's like, I'll deal with you in a sec. But like, what, 5+ minutes of her just like, I can't believe you're doing that. What are you doing? And you're like, maybe
She's just screaming.
don't irritate the guy that kidnapped you. Okay, things could be worse.
You get why these characters are being killed by this guy because he's ultra religious and he's obviously
Either
a nut job.
They're bad Jewish or
They're good Jewish.
Well, they hate Jews. I mean, like obviously the guys are out there. I think the
There's-
skinhead didn't like Jewish people. Right?
Exactly. But he's just this character that while she's screaming, you think to yourself, just like you do in the beginning of the movie with the mom, why are they in water? Like, why are they just in black water?
Well, after a while, after he's finished his skolaka or whatever we're calling it,
Skolmika.
yeah, she's screaming and he puts his foot on her face and puts her
Dumps
in
her the water.
the liquid, which I think that's why the liquid's there is when they get a little bit too obnoxious. Hey, bitch, you're going to drown if you keep fucking doing commentary on my fucking job,
Goes,
right?
I'll be quiet, I promise. But you know why he's killing the people, but why is he putting him in the water naked?
But she's not. She goes, I'll be quiet, I promise. Please, I promise I'll be quiet. I'll be quiet. I promise. You're like, I don't think you understand what being quiet means because you keep saying stuff over and over again after he almost tried to drown you, which means you don't understand the concept of being quiet.
I think it's just the side gig that while he's doing what he does,
he likes to have an audience.
He likes to have a naked girl in liquid.
Yeah. Well, that's what Sid Haig did. So
true. Yeah.
But now we cut to going to the road trip to the party.
Oh no. We cut to the black boyfriend.
Oh yeah.
Going to meet his girl and the mom, but the girl isn't there, and the mom is like, "Oh, sorry, she wasn't actually gonna come."
By the way,
I are just gonna hang out.
Yeah.
And it's PJ Souls,
in which
she was macking on him.
I really wish she wasn't in this movie because I feel like PJ Souls is like, I'm gonna do some acting. I've been in plenty of movies, and the director's like, you're gonna make everybody look bad if you actually act. So what I need you to do is the actor you're gonna be interacting with, he doesn't know how to act. So you also cannot act. Have you seen back and forth is just nails on a chalk. She's like, this house has a lot of great things. Well, thank you for telling me that. And you're just like, God damn it.
As it seems like
you were in fucking Carrie. You were in Halloween. What are you doing in this?
Well, she does it in a way that seems like she wants, to get with him.
And but the least suggestive, except the camera has to put her hand touching his hand.
I feel like the director was just like, those videos on Pornhub where like the grandma's getting with like the granddaughter's boyfriend. That's where I need you to pull from in this moment.
Jesus.
And so that's your thing?
That's not my thing. No, no, not personally, but you know.
Holy shit. So yeah, that was an awkward ass scene. And then that ends because everything just ends and another thing starts. So then the friends are going to this party and they stop at a gas station and a white Challenger pulls up with a bunch of Russians and like they're somebody's babe or whatever. And two of the women have like a dumbass like, you're a hoe. No, you're a hoe. Altercation.
Yeah.
And
They're both, and we
means
determined
nothing.
They're both hoes. All right? I mean,
It means nothing. And it ends up the Russian one gets mad enough at her Russian friends. It's like, well, if you're not going to defend me, whatever the fuck it was, you can either leave me here or you take me home. And they're like, fuck you. Bye.
now when you say Russian, look, there's a new show that's come on Disney Plus called Hawkeye. Mm-hmm. So when I hear Russian, I instantly think of the Tracksuit Mafia guys.
Oh, no, that's exactly.
But they had
Did they literally just use the same type of characters? Because these guys say bro just as much.
Oh, I'm pretty sure Hawkeye stole it from this movie.
Is that what it is?
while they were developing the show, they ran across this movie.
And they were like, oh, this is the perfect Tracksuit Mafia.
And the showrunner for Hawkeye said, nobody will ever know.
Right.
They did not need to get the rights for this idea.
Well, besides the fact that the two gentlemen playing these and the lady playing these characters, they weren't real accents. They were the most like, Rocky and Bullwinkle sort of Boris and Natasha stereotype that you could possibly get to, like Babushka.
Very Borat. If you were to like, hey, quick Borat impressions, that's what these guys did.
Yeah.
It was like a level of Italian accents in the Boondock Saints.
Or some of the Irish.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty bad. So anyway, everybody ends up getting to the party eventually.
That's it.
The Russian dudes basically are just like, what the fuck, man? It's a sausage fest in here.
While they walk around drinking bottles of vodka.
Which they couldn't even hire any extras. I know the whole thing is the party is supposed to be lame, but it's not a party. Literally, we've already met everybody that's going to be the party, except for the host of the party. Mm-hmm. Like, it's just the dude, and then everybody we've already come across. That's not a party.
There were some random extras.
2 hours. Were there? I missed the extras. Okay,
but
it was all dudes.
They had to have just been like the director's like D&D.
Yeah.
Like
his D&D crew.
His D&D crew. They were just like, oh, you get to be in a scene.
Now I will say at this point, it is a sausage party. There are 2 girls that came with our main characters to the party, and they both hide in, I guess, the main hostess sister's bedroom.
Yeah.
And which they're like, isn't it funny? We're the only 2 chicks that were in here. And the one chick's like, that's why let's take our tops off and start fucking.
Let's try on some clothes and get to it.
Let's try on some random stranger's clothes.
I mean, the one girl basically attacked the other one. And the other one was like, no, okay, no,
well, she
okay.
says,
and then she leaves.
You are a slut.
Yeah.
So,
she goes, what do you think? I'm a slut? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. The other girl was like, yeah, that's why I thought we could fuck. You're a slut, so.
You're a slut. I'm a slut. Let's do this.
But then she leaves there, and then very, very suggestive. And by suggestive, grabs one of the other dudes by the shirt, and then grabs his cock, and then drags him into a room. Not suggestive at all. Pretty much, you know what? If a chick comes up, grabs my cock, and says, we're doing, that means 100% chance we're probably fucking. All right?
Let's give them this real visual. Wait, she didn't grab his shirt. She face huggered his face first.
Yeah.
Pushed his head against the wall, grabbed his crotch, kept him bent backwards as he pulled him
and then we
into
get
her.
Impassioned.
If that's not the most sexy tractor beam I've ever heard. It's fucking awesome.
That's amazing.
But now we find out what her kink is.
Well, not only her kink, but like she apparently is the one that the daughter of PJ Souls that the black dude's trying to like wait until marriage to get with.
That we've already been told is a slut.
How badly can you misread a relationship?
Yeah, this guy
That's the worst.
Really, really has
Wow,
not been
bro.
paying attention.
He
But-
hid behind his faith too long, you know?
And then
He didn't
his-
see the real deal.
And then his friend, roommate, I don't know, says fucking, he's laying down and she's fucking him, and she's continuously talking about the size of his cock.
Oh,
and
my God.
I know you wrote it down, so you just rock that shit out.
Did you quote? Are you going to quote it?
Yeah.
You have to.
Fuck me with your tiny dick. Fuck me with your micro penis.
I love I can't even feel it. I'm like,
Yeah.
what is happening?
And the
It's
camera
so-
kind of closes up on him, and he's like, "What the fuck, bitch?"
It's like
She's just degrading the size of his penis the entire time she's fucking him.
and she's getting off by the fact that she can't feel it in him. I'm like, is this happening? Is this like negative space? Is this like dark matter? Like, like antimatter?
I have
Is this the
no
opposite?
clue. Like the whoever wrote this movie, what the fuck they were actually going for.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
I think
Because like
we've
the
hit
comedy
some
is
of
like
the-
all over the place. It doesn't make any sense.
I think we've hit some of the best beats of the movie because after that, the party ends. And then anything I really feel like we can make fun of also ends. But the problem is just like the party, the movie keeps going on, in which there is disputes about who can drive, who can't drive, getting a cab to take people back to their home. It just, there's nothing going on. And we're just waiting for these people, which, by the way, the Hanukkah killer followed them to the house, but he's just been watching in the background, setting up to kill, going, man, if these people don't leave the next day, I'm going to kill the fuck out of them if they just stay in this house.
Right, yes.
And guess what? These fucking idiots, that's what they do. They just go, well, we can't. I mean, one of the car's tires could slash.
No, all four of the tires were slashed.
All four, yes.
And the engine
but
was.
one car. Throughout the rest of this movie, multiple people with multiple cars show up to this house, but nobody can leave.
And I bet you this was
To the
sitting in
point,
a drawer.
there is a car, and the girl that drove there, the Russian girl, shows up, and at some point, then one of our other characters goes, "We should get a cab," and you're like, "But you could just take her fucking car." But that it was already in the script that they got to get a cab.
And after the detective leaves, Mr. Roger Rabbit, she still stays the night.
Oh no, she passes out, and he goes, "I didn't think you were staying the night." She's like, "Yeah, just passed out on the couch."
You know,
People are
some
dying.
dude's house.
No big deal.
And by the way, this is after receiving the information that night that like there's a dude that's killing people from back in the day who's back to killing people,
Right.
and they go, "Oh, all right, well, you want to
And
pass
I-
out on the couch?"
I
There's
wonder.
nothing. Like I don't know what happens in this
The
movie.
host of the house has disappeared
Right.
at some point.
And you
in
never,
the-
multiple
you never
friends.
see him. He's not. Is he? He's
No, he
not,
goes out to investigate because he thinks his sister is being a silly.
Yeah,
because
and
she's
fucking with
standing,
him.
she's sitting outside, butt ass naked, dead with a Star of David carved into her stomach. And he goes, "Are you just trying to get attention?" Like, do you not recognize your sister's fucking dead?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, and then we get a very cheap, not kill in which you see
Yeah.
a knife and then cut to the
That's
next
most.
scene.
That's most of the movie.
Most
well,
of the
his
scenes.
sister too. We were supposed to know that shit. His sister was tortured and had to like. There was a different.
Was
scene.
that his sister? I'm
I
confused on the
guess. I don't
characters.
even know who the
Was
fuck
that
it was.
Rachel? Who was Rachel?
The one that had to like
Rachel's
chew
the
off her
one-
thumbs.
She's the slut?
Rachel's the one. No, Rachel's the one that was commenting about the dude, the skinhead.
So she
getting there.
chewed off her thumb.
and then she escaped by chewing off.
chewing off her
Well,
thumbs.
but then 2 steps out of the house, steps into a bear trap, and then, which we forgot to bring this up. So it is during the day that she is trying to get this bear trap.
It's the Sabbath, so he doesn't
And
do
then
anything.
it cuts to the night where she is still working at this bear trap. To the next morning, she finally frees herself. Loss of blood, not an issue, by the way.
No.
And drags herself as far as she can. And then he's like, all right, so it's not the Sabbath. I can get up and just casually walk and kill the fuck out of you as you spent fucking like 30 hours getting your leg out of it. You broke your thumbs and nibbled them off pretty quick, but you couldn't get this bear trap off your leg, so you're fucked.
Well, from that point, I believe it's within the story that the detective decides to.
By the way, you keep saying detective. He's not a detective.
What is he again? He's a rabbi?
He's a random rabbi.
Is he a rabbi?
That the Russian girl ran into and said, it sounds like you guys are probably going to be terrorized by the Hanukkah killer. There's no rhyme or reason to this dude showing up.
He goes in there and he goes through this like, well, I suspect that I saw some blood in the grass and it's the next door neighbors. I'm like, I was going to go over there and walk through the back. He says I was going to go over there, walk through the back door like I did here. Does anybody want to come with me?
Yeah.
Essentially. And then they get to the house
Wait,
and they find.
Because he warned them about this dude.
Yeah.
And then shows them the next day. He goes, I just walked in the back door. You assholes aren't paying attention to anything I'm saying. You literally left the back door unlocked. Come on, people.
Yes. And this is where it gets interesting.
No.
No.
No. You
No.
do not.
More
Question
confusing.
mark?
More confusing.
More
Yes.
confusing. That's it. That's it.
Because half of the friends that were there
They get kidnapped.
go off.
Do they go off?
Do they
they know?
leave?
I think they
But
get kidnapped.
Because here's the thing, is that they disappear right when Russian girl and fucking Counting Crows motherfucker pass out. They never explain this till later on when they see that tattoo chick is fucking strapped to like something. Table.
And the other two
slut.
like the other two are like ball gagged and like
The
strung
guy,
up.
the tiny dick and slut.
And we get our
And I'll throw this out real quick. The good boyfriend that doesn't know his fiance is a slut does find out as they walk in, and tattoo girl goes, "Have you told him how y'all fucked yet?"
Yeah. I guess he found out.
Reveal ever. He storms out. That's. I don't even really care.
I'm moving out, by the way.
Yeah.
Before you get to further on in the plot, I do want to talk about the rabbi finding Rachel with the no thumbs and having the best line in the movie. Besides, "Put your pee-pee in me," was, "You're going to get out of here. You're going to be okay. You're going to be able to play piano."
That was actually the funniest shit.
Yeah, and she chewed off her thumbs.
And that line wasn't for comedy. That was to make her feel better. You're gonna play piano again.
You're gonna play guitar again one day, baby girl. Don't worry about it.
Oh man,
We'll get you new thumbs.
All right, so we have our tattoo chick, and we learn one of the big no-nos in Judaism is you can't have tattoos. So the 0.5 part of this movie that I enjoyed was the practical effects that they have, where he takes a knife and just starts cutting and pulling flesh to take the tattoos off.
And they did not pull away from that either. They showed
that was
you
actually
everything.
well
That was well done. Again, 0.5. I'm not even giving it 1%.
No.
0.5 of 1. Oh, that was kind of good. And then the rest of the movie is just dog shit.
No, that practical effect in the very limited visual situation we had with this awful transfer looked really good.
Yeah.
I'm really interested to see that one scene in HD at some point.
Now,
soon.
That is where he maxed out his credit card.
So obviously, tattoo chick is dead.
Yes.
Because
she had a lot of tattoos.
Slut screaming, tiny penis is yelling, and then we get Counting Crows who shows up, bust in, and Small Dick is like, "Save me, help us!" And then he gets stabbed through the face. That one's okay scene.
Well, this was after he barges in, turns around, and the Hanukkah killer is standing right behind him. He goes, "Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's have a talk."
Yeah, I got a strategy.
I'm Jewish too. Let's do this. We're gonna debate this. What you're doing is wrong.
Now we get some flashback scenes, and I'll be honest, I sat and I watched this movie with y'all. The last 15 minutes, the reveal part and flashback part, I don't know what the fuck is going on.
No, I felt like I had a stroke by that
I'm
point.
with
I'm
you.
just saying.
I'm with you.
So we're just gonna say they sort of explain the Hanukkah killer And there's some flashbacks. The chick that was in Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 and a couple other horror movies, she makes her appearance in which she's the mom of the boy that was supposed to be killed by Sid Haig but wasn't, and goes over some stuff. And then there is our final cameo, which is Dick Miller, who is, I guess, he's not a rabbi. I don't. Is he?
He is definitely a rabbi.
No,
Yeah,
he's
he was-
100% a rabbi.
I thought he might have been a retired rabbi. I don't know.
No, he was presiding over
The death of the other rabbi.
the death of the other. I don't even fucking know.
But-
I don't even fucking know.
Thank you, Kyle, for paying attention.
But here's the thing, though. You leave him. The last time you see his character, he's staying with Rachel till the cops get there. So at what point did he ever get killed?
A la, and I'd say almost a la Goodfellas, where you got to take out everybody that was connected with the heist. We get everybody that was connected with the friend group or whatever. They cut to them dead. Cut to another scene, another person dead, and then there's the lesson, which is don't be a bad Jew. I think that's what it was.
The Hanukkah killer.
I don't think there was a lesson in this, but they kept saying bad Jew.
Direct quote from Counting Crows was as he's debating, bad versus
December?
Good. Yeah.
I mean, it does take place in December.
No, there's reason to believe that when he's as he's debating this, he pisses off the killer, and then the killer picks him up very Michael Myers style, like slowly lifting him up because he's super strong for some reason.
Well, yeah, he's the Hanukkah killer.
Yeah, and he just after this long debate just looks at him and goes. He looks at him and goes, "You're a bad Jew," and you obviously assume the Hanukkah killer's like, "Well, that you're dead now. Like now, I'm going to kill you. How dare you? But he call me a bad Jew?"
I feel like he makes an impression because then he gets like you're like you're right. I guess I have been killing people, which is not good.
Did Dick Miller send his character supposed to be like the overlord who like sends this guy out to?
I have no idea. Like there's no connectivity
Because he was talking to him at the end, wasn't he?
All right, gentlemen, do we have anything else that we have not brought up in this movie? Because my head is pounding from continuing from watching this movie to discussing this movie. Because holy shit.
I think the gray matter in my brain shrunk watching this or increased.
This was the worst schlock abuse that wasn't a schlock abuse movie I have experienced in a while.
This is an actual abuse on the senses. This was somebody was mad at humanity and said, I'm going to make a film that says fuck you.
I'm going to make myself watch the actual like shot in color, not in not completely drowned out like version of this, like the one that was actually shot on HD, which it was. It still just kills me that they transfer this shit to VHS so poorly we couldn't even see the movie.
Listen, I'm worried about you because the only reason we sat through this is because we didn't know what was going to happen next. I feel bad that you would put yourself through that knowing what the next scene is going to be from any other scene in that film. So more power to you. If you watch it, let me know.
Well, part of it
changed
is
anything.
that I might be like a cinephile masochist, but also
A cinephile.
at the very least, I might see
Boobies?
those boobs a
A
little
little high def.
little more high def. Yeah. It would be
Yeah.
nice.
No, I don't. No, I do blame you. I'm upset. Don't do that to yourself.
Well, I'm just mad that like this version of the movie is so bad. It's so poorly like shot and lit, and just like you can't even tell what the fuck is going on. Like I feel like there might have been practical effects that were maybe okay. No way to tell. No way to tell.
No, I don't think so. I think we got one.
I have had more fun waiting in the dentist's office. I can tell you right now.
True.
All right.
So I apologize.
Thank
Once
you.
again.
Thank you.
This will be the
apology is
easiest
accepted.
double feature I've ever done. Because guess what?
Yeah.
No. That's my double feature. No. I will not watch this movie ever again. So any movie I select to watch with this movie, there's no such thing because I will not be watching this movie again. I refuse to. It's just whatever movie I pick out.
Yeah.
So.
If you ever have this movie, anyone out there, take it outside, grab a BB gun or shotgun, whatever does damage, and just shoot it. Just shoot at the copy.
I'll throw one out there. I'll watch a Rob Zombie movie with Sid Haig in it. And that includes, and this is hard for me to say, 3 to Hell, before I'll fucking watch this movie ever again. So that should explain to you.
I would rather
my
watch his
hatred.
new Monsters than watch this ever
I
again.
have the perfect double feature for this.
Okay.
Okay, and there's a
Does it
reason.
fall bad?
There's a
And
reason for
Does it
this.
involve Demerol? Or?
No, kind of. Yeah, actually, I will watch Soderbergh's Solaris,
Okay.
Oh,
which is
yeah.
my
God,
go to sleep
that will
movie.
put you to fucking sleep. Yeah, no, I know.
Yes,
About
it
this.
will. And I love that movie because of that. It's like it's just like a safe space. It's like a pillow.
It's like Bob Ross talking.
And then this would be
So-
the second feature that you don't have to watch.
Yeah, because you've already passed out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh shit! I watched the movie again. Oh, okay.
I wouldn't want it infecting my dreams. Like falling asleep with it on, God knows.
Hey,
Just imagine the worst nightmare is sitting through one of those scenes in the background, having to watch it happen, and knowing you can't change a thing.
Yeah.
I will say it again. I've said it before. Like, I always appreciate anybody who's going to make a thing. You know, even if it's some shitty ass fucking YouTube video, short film, like make a movie, awesome. Go do it. They're not all going to be winners. We know that. But, for whatever it was that prompted all these folks to do this, good on them.
Yeah.
Good on them. It didn't hit for me,
Yeah. Didn't hit for any of us. So.
but, anyway. Let's wrap this motherfucker up.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Happy Hanukkah.
Yeah, happy-
Belated.
Happy Hanukkah. Don't ever wear a skolmika because that probably means you're a killer.
Yes. Yeah, that's not the way
And
to do it.
and then quoting from this movie, just the quote is that would make you a bad Jew, which was as apparent as I'm going to get a taxi. Which, by the way, if that script was sitting in a drawer since 1995, I could see how they would miss the fact that taxis are not really much of a thing. Uber would be, and this was done in 2019.
Yeah. They have
Yeah.
cell phones. Yeah.
They have smartphones.
They have smartphones. Yeah, they kind of forgot that note.
Whoops.
Yeah.
All right.
So it goes.
All right.
All right. So thank you all for listening. If you want to check us out Beautiful Disasters Podcast on Facebook. You can contact us directly at beautifuldisasterspodcast@gmail.com. Give us suggestions.
Yeah. And go to GUIpodcast.com for all the amazing GUI Network.
Yeah.
Shows.
I'm on one of those.
I was waiting for you to.
Yeah.
I'm on one of those.
There's a
Geek
bunch of-
Fathers. We just put our last one out for the year.
Yeah, you guys got a new promo. I need to get that shit so I can start tagging it on the end of these.
Yeah, we're going to start making, some visual changes moving forward. Put some actual stuff out for TeePublic, which is a hell of a sponsor.
I was about to bring that up.
There you go.
You go to the website. You got 2 links. One of them, bam. You know what? You're gonna pick up some shit from Amazon. Come on, you're gonna get fucking holiday gift cards. Somebody's gonna give you some Amazon. Go to our website. Hit that link. You're gonna be going on Amazon anyway.
Damn
Why are
right.
you doing it? Run some coin back. All right.
Yeah.
Doesn't cost you a dime extra, but it gives us a little bit
Yeah.
for the network.
And then all the amazing GUI Network shows. That other link, TeePublic. Holy shit, they can get You Love fucking Beautiful Disasters, Geek Father, fucking Mouths of Madness. They've got shirts.
Yeah.
They got
Good-
swag,
good-
fucking
good
stickers,
quality, too.
magnets, all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
There's,
Yeah.
I don't know, 40 plus designs.
Yeah, the quality has improved, as I have heard.
Yes, it has
is
improved
great.
greatly. And
So, yeah.
the designs will keep on coming, I'm sure, from
Yeah.
one aspect or another of this
yeah.
of this crazy network that we have. So,
All right. Hell yeah.
happy Christmas.
Absolutely. Happy holidays. Thank you for listening. I've been the Grutz.
F you honor.
Smash.
Thank you.
Coming straight from the mouths of madness, I'm Lowdown.
I'm F.U. Hunter.
Do you love horror?
We fucking do.
So this is a podcast dedicated to all things in cinematic horror. We're talking movies, television, composers, special effects artists. We're gonna fucking cover it.
So if you love horror,
Embrace the madness.
In a world ravaged by movie studios that keep rehashing the same things, only one podcaster has the guts to make it even worse. Join Mike the Hobbit as he traverses the internet to bring you some of the best and worst ideas for reboots, remakes, and reimaginings of some of your favorite and least favorite TV and film properties. Ideas like a John Waters He-Man movie, Fantastic Four the musical, and Aliens, done entirely with marionettes. What podcast would bring this evil upon the world? This is Smack My Pitch Up. Available anywhere you get your podcasts.
GUIPodcast.com.